120 Baker and 123 Edward. Yeah, we have a new student that just come on board. They're going to need some assistance with in the program. Okay, great. We're heading that way. We're getting some more information in here. Man, they're already doing some interviews now. We really need to get over there and talk with this person. Okay, we got it. We're heading that way now. Well, we're getting some more information now. We did not make it quick enough, and person's already got a job, so everybody can disregard. And I worked in a, as a 911 center, so emergency communications. We have people that, answer the 911 calls, non-emergencies that come in. Then you got the police dispatch side, which is what I did. And then you have, the fire department who does the fire dispatch, and you have paramedic who does the paramedic dispatch. So we're all in this humongous room together. We each have our, console, all of our equipment. So yeah, I had to go to work every day. And a lot of the times, we're getting forced because it gets busy. There's call outs, we have to stay for, an extra 2-4 hours on top of our already 8 or 12 hour day, whatever we have going on. So, it's and I work for Denver, and it's a very big city. And there's always a lot going on. And, so there's a lot of work. I was getting to a point to where I was actually I was bored with what I was doing. I'm very much a creative person, especially around I love technology. And, I went to my wife. I'm like, I'm not happy. We weren't happy because the shift work. We have a almost 3-year-old son. So, it was definitely straining on our family dynamics. And, so I was looking for a technology that I could get behind, that had a lot of availability to kind of do different things. And it wasn't just for one sector. And I found Salesforce. And through finding Salesforce and trying to Google everything that I possibly can about it, I stumbled across the Talent Stacker videos. And I was so amazed, and this was probably, 6 months after I kind of found Salesforce. This whole process of figuring out what this is, and Talent Stacker really put everything in perspective because, Salesforce is a very big organization. There's a lot going on, and it can seem very overwhelming. It did for me because I'm like, well, where in the world do I even start? And Talent Stacker was that thing where it gave me a path based off of just the testimonials and what people were taught, and Bradley's videos were just very well put. They were professional, and those things really mattered to me. And I talked about it with my wife, and she was very supportive of me because we everything that we do, whether it's my job, her job, it's as a family unit. And she was just super supportive of me. And I was also in school online, finishing my degree after forever. So we had a lot going on, but she was super supportive, and I'm like, Kenny, I'm going to do this. I think this is the right thing for our family, something that'll make me happy. So then I signed up in July. I had to wait, just like probably other people, for that email, like, okay, now you can sign up. So it's like July 4th weekend. And I looked at my wife and I said, okay, I'm going to do it. And she's like, all right, let's do it. I didn't really have a lot of time. And, I don't, especially with people with families and kids and just work and, every and you can think of, don't get discouraged. I think if you really put your mind and you really want something really bad, I promise you will find the time. And that's what I did. I took a break off some things that I was also doing, and I kind of put those on hold, and those are more personal stuff. I had conversations with my wife, and, these were the set hours that I would have for studying. And then after I hit that kind of time, then it's family time, so we had those conversations. And I think communication is just important, whether it's in your personal life or whether it's at work. Communication is absolutely key. And because I was able to communicate about what I wanted to do, the goals and the time that I needed to do it, it worked out. And I stuck with the schedule that I put for myself. I've been in the workforce since 18. I'm in my early 30s now, so I have a lot of work experience. So, I was applying for jobs before I even got my cert. And it was kind of that, well, maybe my prior experience will kind of give me that job and then kind of build on that. So I don't know, 50 to 100 probably. That's probably a little excessive, but it's what it feels like to me. I did a lot of, and that was with the government as well. So federal government, government jobs here that also have Salesforce as a platform or whatnot. So I got a lot of rejection, but I'm that type of dude where all I need is one yes, and I can get however many no's, and it sucks, and it does kind of kill your spirit just a little bit, but you just have to hang in there. And I knew that if I still put in the work, I still was positive every day, regardless of the rejections, that I was going to get the job. And that type of mindset, when I got the job, I got that one yes. My job that I had Tuesdays and Wednesdays off. And so the day that I got the job, I had the day off, and I kind of, made it that way. I went to my favorite coffee shop, which is in Golden, Colorado. It kind of sits on a mountaintop. Got my coffee, sat in my car and waited for the call, and just kind of, stared out in this awesome mountain valley. And then I talked with her, and she's like, this is all the stuff that we're going to offer you. Here's your pay. And it was emotional, man, because, sometimes you see all these stories and all these people kind of getting these increases in jobs and all this cool stuff. And it's like, man, could that happen to me? And it did. And it was I had a great conversation with her, and I told her I was excited. As soon as I get the paperwork, I'm going to sign it and send it over. And I got on the phone with her, and I called my wife, who was at work, and I said, honey, I need you to just get off and talk with me for a second. She's like, all right, give me just a second. So she called me back, and I'm like, I got some good news. And she's like, okay, what? She's like, I got the job. Here's my pay increase. Here's the benefits that I have. And she just, totally emotional. And it was just awesome. It literally changed our life from going from shift work, forced overtime. Just that stress of, am I going to get home today on time, to completely changing everything. Well, quite a bit. So I guess I don't have to work shift work. I get to have, I guess, a regular life. I get the weekends off. I get the holidays off. I even have more flexibility with time off, requesting it. And dispatch, there's so many steps you have to go through to even get it. We're planning 6 months in advance. I don't have to do that anymore. And of course the pay part of it. I had a pretty good pay increase from what my salary was as a dispatcher. And it's nice with the money part, because I probably, with all of the overtime, am making about the same that I am now. But that was in dispatch. I was forced to do it. And it wasn't very fun. It took time away from my time with my family and doing other stuff. Now I don't have to do that. I get to go to work every day, enjoy it, and then be done with it. And I just, almost like a peace of mind, being a dispatcher is a whole different type of stressor. And, it can get very negative very quickly. And it's just part of the job, just because you deal with the worst of people's lives every single day, And in this job, I have more of a positive thing to give people. I'm helping someone better whatever processes they have using this awesome technology, bringing my skills to the table, relying on the team that I have, relying on the Talent Stacker, awesome team that is just, there's so many experts that I won't ever feel alone, or I won't ever feel like if I don't know something that I can't find it somewhere. And that's very different from the dispatch side of things. It even just kind of makes me emotional to think about it because, you know, everybody has some stressor, especially when you kind of have kids in the mix and, you know, and we just want to do the best for our family. And, you know, I was very lucky to have the support that I had, and everything, the late hours and all, I mean, getting the job, I mean, everything was worth it. I would do it over again, 100%. But it's real, man. I mean, it's just crazy that I'll have so much freedom now.